Good morning, my beautiful Laker fans. It's your boy DTLF back with another video, man. And today we got a feel good story for you guys, man. Los Angeles Lakers signed Isaiah Thomas to a 10-day contract hardship exception, which means that due to all the players missing because of COVID, we have extra roster spots. At least one we're about to give out right here to the mighty IT, and he finally is about to make his comeback. Now, it is only a 10-day contract, okay? Which means I'm really cheering hard for this guy to get some minutes. If Frank Vogel doesn't give him any minutes with all these missing players, I'm going to be upset, because if Kent Bazemore can get minutes, Isaiah Thomas should be able to get minutes during this 10-day contract. Now, people might say, well, Dan, we have a bunch of guards. This doesn't make sense, blah, 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 blah. This makes perfect sense, okay? The Lakers are a good, kind-hearted franchise. They've been paying close attention to Isaiah Thomas, who's been trying to get back into the league many years. And you have to think about it in a broad perspective. Listen, if Isaiah Thomas doesn't work with the Lakers for any reason, he will get at least looked at by other teams if he gets playing time, which is huge. This is already his comeback. Like, he's been trying to come back for years. He's been putting up points overseas. He's been putting up points and rec league games all over the place. And he finally going to have a chance to shine on the biggest stage of all, which is Lakers, man. And I couldn't be prouder of my franchise for giving these players, this type of opportunity. I mean, Isaiah Thomas has one of the saddest stories. If you guys don't know his story, look it up on the internet. I'm not going to go over the whole thing, but it's really sad the way they did him up and the way the Celtics used him and threw him away after his injury and all this stuff. And he's going to have a chance to shine this morning. So people want to, just to explain it to people, they've been asking me, Dan, so this doesn't make sense. I thought we didn't have any roster spots open. Again, due to COVID safety protocols and players missing an extended period of time, potentially even up to 10 days, we do have the hardship exception. So we can go over the roster limit to sign this guy. Now, the beautiful part is that, the Lakers, this is a win-win for us. Look, worst case scenario, he doesn't look good defensively. He's a big liability, and he no longer looks NBA material. Look, listen, at least we're giving him a look, okay? 10-day contract is going to end. Hopefully he sticks around. If he doesn't, hopefully some other team picks him up. This guy's still a bucket, man. He just dropped 42 just last night for his G League debut. And people might say, well, it's just the G League, Dan. It's still hard to drop 42 no matter what league you play in. So this guy can still get a bucket. He's an 18-point per game career scorer. If you look up his stats, 18-point per game career scorer since he came in the league. For a guy who's under 6 feet tall, that is really awesome, man. What? Oh, no. Is that true? Oh, that sours up my video. No way. Wow. Okay, so now this makes even extra sense. Russell Westbrook has just entered safety league protocols. Wow. I was excited for this signing, but now I'm a little sad, because now we're not going to get to see Westbrook for the next couple of days, and most likely he's going to miss the Christmas Day matchup. So that is a bummer, guys. I'm sorry. I tried to come with good news this morning with the Isaiah feel-good story, but now Russell Westbrook's out, and prayers up to him and his family. Hopefully he's good, man. Hopefully it's nothing serious, but that sucks. But now, I mean, this signing makes even more sense now. That means IT gets even more minutes. But yeah, we're going down bad. I think the league, honestly, guys, let's pivot to another topic. I think the league needs to do a bubble again, or shut out half of the fans, or whatever it takes to keep their players safe, because this ain't right, man. Now, the good news is that this is a golden opportunity for other guys trying to make the league or trying to showcase their talent, like Isaiah Thomas. So that's the good news from all this. But, I mean, that's a silver lining. But it's never good when you're losing players and their health is at risk. So, the NBA is going to have to, for sure, shore up, this issue. It's an issue now at this point. Every other day, I feel like players are going down. And ever since the holidays. The good news is, yes, you guys are right. We do have Rajon Rondo still. We just signed Isaiah Thomas. Now, I'm interested to see the dynamic between those two, because they're always bumping heads. But, the irony is that now we have 3 players on the roster that were all bumping heads with each other: Rondo, Westbrook, and Isaiah Thomas, man. But look, listen, this video is still about Isaiah Thomas and what I think he could bring to this team. He can be a spark off the bench, give us some buckets when we go stagnant. He can still obviously get buckets. Just drop 42 versus a bunch of young, spry guys in the G League. Trust me, the G League is no walk in the park because everybody's trying to make it and everybody's hungry. So it kind of gives you summer league vibes when you watch those guys play. But I definitely respect the hell out of the Lakers because they always seem to have their heart in the right place and give these guys like Isaiah Thomas a chance, just like they gave Brandon Ingram a chance with a 10-day contract. And he showcased his talent, got to live out his dream and play for the Lakers. You know, we're just a grade A class organization, and I'm happy to see, because even John Morant was saying it on Twitter. Somebody give this guy a chance. I said it last night. He deserves to have a roster spot. And even though it's just a 10-day, anything can happen from there. Imagine, best case scenario, Isaiah Thomas puts up a show with the Lakers and drops, a 20 or 30-point game. I'm going to be rooting for that because I think it will bring the house down first and foremost. Everybody wants to see a good show. Everybody loves to see 5'6", 5'7" guys getting buckets, man, in the league. It's just like a Cinderella story. It's a beautiful thing to see, especially when it's a journeyman like Isaiah Thomas, who, again, I don't understand. This league is full of bucket getters. I get that. But there's always a place. If there's a place for Kent Bazemore in his roster, there's always has to be a place for a guy like Isaiah Thomas, who can 18 point per game career scorer, man. And he is not like a small sample size. We're talking about several seasons in the league. So he said, Dan has spoken it into existence. Yeah, I mean, I was excited to see him drop 42 points in the G League last night. So that shows me he still has juice. Still got a lot to go. He said, Dan, I'm in school and I just did a presentation on you, bro. What? That's awesome, man. Big baller Brian. I appreciate you, man. Hey, man, I wish somebody would have recorded that and showed it to me, man. That probably would have brought tears to my eyes. But hey, man, anytime you can inspire, it's a big honor, man. Shout out to you, Brian. I appreciate it. He said, Isaiah Thomas, that's what's up. No way. Bro, is actually a 10-day contract. Yeah, no, that's what I said. It's in the title. It is a 10-day contract, but it's still, listen, people making fun of this contract is still a chance for my boy to, to showcase his talent. Now, it's sad that we lost Russell Westbrook after a phenomenal game he had last night, and he might he's going to probably miss the Christmas Day game, which I hate because I would have loved to have, as close to the full roster as possible. But COVID continues to ruin everything, so. But the good news, like I said, one man's opportunity, one man's slot becomes another man's opportunity. So it's a beautiful thing, man. And so he said he played with IT before in Cleveland. I really hope we can sign IT to a full contract, but we have to trade or waive somebody. Now that becomes a question, Jason. Who are you waiving? Now, a lot of people are going to say Kent Bazemore, obviously. DeAndre Jordan is another option. I think those are your top two prime candidates. Assuming Isaiah Thomas comes in here and blows the lid off of the roof and just shocks the world. And imagine he recuperated his skill set. He say this is the healthiest he's felt in a long time since he got injured in Boston. People forget he had an MVP caliber season in Boston, averaging 28 points per game, shooting the lights out of the ball, man. Before his career went downhill. So if he can. I'm not saying he's going to ever be that again, but if he can become like a 15-point per game guy off the bench, would be huge. It would make up for some of his defensive lapses. Remember, the guy is short, so people are going to go at him all the time. But off the bench, I don't see a problem with it. As a starter, I see a problem with it. Now, we do have a lot of guards, and that's also a problem. But my biggest thing is, like I said, even if he doesn't fit in with this team, it's a low risk, high reward. He gets exposure he deserves, and somebody will give him an opportunity. For sure. He said, LeBron getting run down again, Brody out. It sucks, man. It really does suck. This season has been filled, throw the whole damn season away at this point. It's been filled with injuries, and now COVID is taking over. It's like, bro, commissioner has to do a better job. I know they praise the commissioner a lot, but he has to do a much better job of keeping these players safe. Forget about the money, all right? It's okay to let us play at our home arenas and no bubble. I get that, but at least the crowd all got to be wearing masks. Who cares if they're vaccinated or not? Or they need to cut down on the percentage of crowd. Sometimes you got to put player safety and family health over money. And I understand the commissioner and the NBA owners want to make their money, but come on, you're going to lose more money if all these players continue to be out. He said, man, the Lakers can't leave it on the floor. He going to get barbecued. Well, you know what, Terrell? The whole team has got barbecued. this season. Now we're getting better defensively now, but it's only a 10-day contract, so I suggest we're not so harsh on Isaiah Thomas, because come on, Ken Bazemore's, he got barbecue chicken alerted last night. Like, he was getting cooked left and right. So bad that Frank Vogel was probably going to send him back down to the G League. That's how bad it was. So if he can get playing time, come on, we can spare a few minutes for Isaiah Thomas to showcase his talent, especially with all these COVID cases rising in the Laker roster, man. I'm happy it was Isaiah Thomas and not somebody else. He deserves it, man. Look at his story. It's sad, bro. Bro's been working hard to get back into the league. And I said it in the offseason. I wouldn't be shocked if Isaiah Thomas gets signed by the Lakers, because Jeanie Buss, Rob, the front office just has a golden heart. So forget about your own personal, feelings about this. And this is a feel-good story. All right. It's not like we're depending on Isaiah Thomas to come and do anything. Whatever he does in showcases, I am excited for. I just hope Frank Vogel gives him an opportunity, especially with all these missing players now. He has to. I mean, I would be really pissed if Frank doesn't even play him. Like, really pissed. He said, bro, last time we saw IT play with LeBron, he was run out of town and made it into a joke. Here's the problem, though. He wasn't healthy yet all the way. So we weren't getting to see the best of IT offensively, and especially not defensively. But one thing about this guy, Isaiah Thomas, I've seen him play throughout his career since he was on the Sacramento Kings, the last overall pick in the draft, 60th. This guy's always been a bucket. So if there's one thing Isaiah Thomas can do for us in spotty minutes, is come in and give us some buckets. Now, if the Lakers do decide to extend him past his 10-day contract, I understand there'll be games where he can't play because the opposition has great benches and they can cook him. I understand that. But there's also games where you can definitely throw him in there, dropping him in and let him do some damage, spare certain players minutes. You can do that. He said, yo, Dan, I just saw the highlights of the 42 points Lance Stevenson on the same G League team. Wait, Lance Stevenson dropped 42? That's crazy. Oh, no. I think you're talking about, my bad, because there was no comma there. I think you meant you just saw the highlights of Isaiah Thomas's 42 points and Lance Stevenson's on the same G League team. Lance Stevenson is another one that I think could definitely deserve a roster spot with somebody, even if it's not with us. Somebody for sure. Do y'all think IT will get playing time tomorrow? I mean, why not, man? Why not? This team is really talented. You saw what Austin Reeves did yesterday. You see our big three all had 20-plus points. Now, unfortunately, for those of you guys just signing in right now, just tuning into the channel, Russell Westbrook went down with COVID protocols as well. So he's going to be gone for the next 10 days or so. And that's the bad news out of all this. Like, when I started the video, I didn't know this. Everybody said check Twitter, and I just saw. Now, my boy Kevin King says, who are they waiving? Nobody yet, Kevin. This is a hardship exception, which means we're missing players. We can sign an additional player or two. Even somebody else could get signed due to all this COVID protocol stuff. So, yes, it is real. Definitely, Deshaun. I would never report fake news to you guys. This was coming straight out of Sham's mouth. You always get the breaking news as soon as it happens on this channel. So if you already have it, please make sure you subscribe and smash the like button. You know where to find your boy when everything hits the ground running. He said, Lakers trying to get an early Christmas, so they all going into COVID protocols. LOL, I ain't mad at them. That's not the case at all, Alex. That's not the case at all. This is really there's really a pandemic in the world still. People forget the situation we're in, and they need to, get a grip. Hey, what's up, Reels? What's up? Welcome to the live chat. But how does Laker Nation feel about this whole situation? I'm happy for Isaiah Thomas. To me, this is not really a Lakers benefiting off of this situation unless, like I said, he blows the lid off the roof and goes ham. Then everybody will love him. But I love him for personal reasons. I think his story is phenomenal. I think the kid has a lot of heart. I've been a big fan out of his whole career, except when he was with the Celtics. But that's actually when he shined the most. And you can't help but just be happy for him. He's a good dude, deserves an opportunity. I don't know why he was out of the league. The league wronged him for that. So there's plenty of scrubs out here that don't play defense, and they still get playing time. So why not give mighty IT, somebody even Kobe Bryant loved, an opportunity, right? This is what the Lakers is all about, man. We're a family. We're a class grade A organization. Jeanie Buss, just a queen, absolute queen, man. You got to love her. She was going to reach down and showcase her heart once more. I think she had every bit of to do with this signing, as much as probably LeBron did, and of course Rob, who also has a great heart, also a great dude. So I like the signing. What does Laker Nation think? He said IT has a Mamba mentality. He said if he didn't score 42, this wasn't happening. Still great, man. It's still a good thing. I didn't see anybody else reaching into their phone to sign him. So uh, I feel like there should be no protocols. It's a pandemic for 2% of the population. Make it people's choice to attend games. If they are at risk, they stay your butt at home. It's more about protecting the players and the fans as well. So he says Celtics did IT dirty. I know, but everything always comes full circle. How nice would it be if IT can regain his career back and actually showcase he's still a bucket and then ends up winning a championship with the Lakers? How nice would that be? That would be such a slap in the face to the Celtics. Not only did IT bounce back, but he bounced back with the team that's contrary to the Celtics. That would be so nice. So nice. He said, my uncle got COVID. He almost died because he tried fighting it at home. It's no joke. Man, prayers up for everybody who's battling this right now. I know all about it, man. I know all about it. You got to stay safe, got to wear your mask, do whatever you do to protect you and your family, for sure. He's an off subject. I'm bummed out about Staples' situation, but we definitely gonna get a nice Horizon cryptocurrency. Listen, it's still Staples Center for the diehards, man. So it don't matter what it reads. It's what is in our hearts forever, man. It's always going to be Staples Center, the house that Kobe built for me personally. He said, really hope we do not waste him like Damian Jones. That's a fact. That would really piss me off about Coach if he doesn't play Isaiah Thomas. That would really piss me off because the biggest thing for me, whether he stays with the Lakers or not, is the Lakers are giving him a golden opportunity to showcase his skill set. Remember, he might not fit here, especially when we get all of our players back. But what will happen is that other teams are watching. This is the biggest platform you can play for, right? And when you do good and you shine here, you earn yourself millions of dollars. Just ask Alex Caruso, who nobody wanted to give him a chance. He was in the OKC G League squad, and then the Lakers gave him an opportunity, and the rest was history. So Isaiah Thomas knows what type of opportunity. I know right now he's probably shedding tears of joy, and I feel his pain, man. He really went through hell and back to get this opportunity. So this is a Cinderella story, and it'll be capped off with some playing time and hopefully positive results, man. Imagine Isaiah Thomas plays for us tomorrow, right? Imagine. And he gets 15 or 20 minutes and he drops a 20 piece. Imagine what a good feel-good story that would be and how the league would feel so dumb they haven't gave this guy an opportunity. Like, that would be nice. They try to do the same thing to Carmelo, and look at him. He's still a bucket. So, 500 roster spots around the league or so, 400 and something. I forgot. I lost count. There's got to be a spot for this type of talent. Same thing with Jamal. I'm surprised Jamal Crawford still doesn't have a spot. He said, Dan, do you think Isaiah can replace Westbrook? Hell no. The way Russell Westbrook has been playing on both ends of the floor has been phenomenal as of late. But I think Isaiah Thomas could come off the bench and provide a spark. That's for sure. I wouldn't start him. Especially against the formidable opponents because, yes, defensively, he's always been a liability due to his size. It has nothing personal. It's not the fact that he lacks effort or anything like that. But due to his size, there is some liability there. However, playing off the bench, you can disguise that. You can mask it. You can mask that, and you can get away with playing him off the bench depending on the matchup. So, if the matchup favors it and there's no killer off the bench, that's going to go straight at his neck, then yes. I know it's unfortunate about Russell Westbrook. I just found out as I came live on the stream. So that's why the title is strictly this. But yeah, man, I wish him the best. Hopefully he gets healthy soon. We need him back because he's been phenomenal. And we're gonna see how Anthony Davis adjusts to playing without Russ. We're gonna see if he has a problem with Russ or why he's been playing so weak. Maybe he'll be more aggressive without Russ. Maybe he'll get involved more. I don't know, but to be determined. I'm not blaming anybody, but I'm just curious to see how Anthony Davis responds to this. We need him to be the number 2 for sure. He said, man, Westbrook was hugging everybody yesterday. Can't be good. That's what I'm saying. We need to find a way to, and I hate to be the guy that puts the strict rules, but the bubble definitely worked for the NBA. They need to find a way to, if they want to still play in our home arenas, either cut down on the crowd or remove the floor level seats or something, because they got to protect the players, or at least the players got to be more careful on these little family get-togethers and all this stuff, because it's unfortunate that this is happening right now, not just for the sport, but for their health in general. Health comes first before any sport or basketball or anything. So I'm more concerned and hoping that everybody comes out safely from this, because Russell Westbrook catching COVID is no joke. He said Rondo, Reeves, and it about to get major PT. Man, I can't wait to see what Isaiah Thomas looks like after a couple years on the court. I'm a fan. I'm an IT fan, so I'm rooting for him. He said all players are fully vaccinated. So what's the big deal? Please elaborate. Listen, I'm no doctor, and I'm not gonna sit here and play politics and tell you what I would do or what I wouldn't do. But this is why I say to everybody that's pro-vaccine or anti-vaccine, do your own research and come to your own conclusions. Because when you think you're a know-it-all and you think you know what's best for everybody, including the people that aren't in your family, this is what happens. People still catching COVID. I heard the vaccine is it's not gonna block COVID, but it's gonna prevent a lot of the illnesses and stuff like that. So whether you're pro or anti-vaccine, just be safe, wear your mask, do the things you're supposed to do, take care of your family. They're talking about the new variant and all this. I'm no doctor, guys. So if you came here searching for medical advice, I'm not your guy. The one thing I will tell you though is, and that worked for me and my girl when we've gotten sick, is drink a lot of tea, man. A lot of hot tea. I heard, again, no doctor. Still take care of yourself. Do what they advise you to do, but just take care of yourself, man. Do whatever it takes. He said Avery Bradley now. Avery Bradley is in protocols. Oh my God. You see what I mean? The league is about to. I think there's gonna be a bubble, guys. If it's Avery Bradley now, wow. Yep, Avery Bradley. The whole team is about to go down. This totally killed my hype for the IT news. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna cap, man. Anza, you tripping, bro? You wilding. This guy. Yep. Confirmed 52 seconds ago, man. Avery Bradley. You guys are hearing this as it breaks live on the stream, guys. Avery Bradley is out with safety protocols. Team is going through retesting protocols with its players. So we're retesting everybody. This might not be the end of it all, man. I don't know. I don't know what the commissioner is going to do, but so far they haven't done anything. So they got to step in and do something. Not just because of my team. The whole Bulls team already went down. Now we're having the Lakers go down with this stuff. And what's next, right? That's tough. That's tough, man, because guess what? The Lakers were just starting to hit their stride. This seems to be happening to us all year long. Lakers are about to start hitting their stride, and boom, injury. Boom, some sort of sickness, something. I don't know. It's all bad, man. Yeah, it's all bad. It's all bad right now. And I'm going to keep scrolling my timeline to see if anybody else gets announced. But so far, now we lost Russell Westbrook, and now we lost Avery Bradley to these COVID protocols, man. Tough. Now, I want to ask Laker Nation now, because like a week ago, I mentioned it, and nobody was in favor of it. Nobody was in favor of it. But would you guys favor the bubble now? Or do you guys still think it's not a good idea? That's tough. That is tough. He said, you can't make this shit up, dog. I know, right? We were just excited about what transpired yesterday. Now we're hearing that we're retesting and other players are coming out COVID positive, man. That's 2 players down now. We already had 3 out. So that's 5 players down on the rotation now. And we're about to hear more, it looks like, because Shams is out here tweeting that the Lakers are currently retesting. Ugh, so tough, man. I wouldn't be shocked if it's the whole team. I mean, did you see how we're celebrating last night? Like, wow. He said, I don't give a, how people feel about the bubble championship. A championship is a championship. A championship is a championship, man. Yeah, we just got it for a 10-day contract. So Isaiah Thomas is there. He looks like he's gonna get a golden opportunity now. If they force us to play these games, because now that's 2 more guards out of the rotation. That's 2 more. That is tough. He said, a ring is a ring. Damn, Russ was patient. Was patient 0. Stop it. Don't make fun of the situation, man. It could be somebody close to us. That Isaiah Thomas is coming to the Lakers. Let's go. Yeah, man, I was really excited up until I heard about all these players going down with COVID protocols, man. I don't know. I'm out here just scrolling the timeline for dear life trying to see if anybody else name pops up. But think about it. We were all hugging in the locker room after that win. I wouldn't be shocked, guys. To be honest with you, they should postpone a lot of games. Think about it. Imagine we go and we play the Christmas game and there's like 3 marquee players in each team and everybody else is a G League affiliated player. That's going to be tough to watch. Like, we want to see the real deal. We wanted to see the showdown between the full Brooklyn Nets team and a full Lakers team. I'm just like, at this point, I'm shocked that the league is still operating per usual. You know, he said, I'm excited. We will be okay. I'm still excited. We'll be okay. To be determined, Kevin King, because let's see what the league decides to go in what direction. This is maybe we'll sign Lance Stevenson next. Who do you guys predict will be the other hardship exception signing? Who would you guys like to see? I would like to see our two-way G League players play, personally. This might be the only chance they get since Frank had him last night. He don't even try him then. But do I like the signing of IT? I like him for him personally. I'm not looking for this for personal gain for the Lakers. I know technically, yeah, we're supposed to be thinking about the Lakers first, and I always do. But this, to me, is personal, man. After everything he's been through, I just want him to have a chance to showcase his talent. That's it. That's it. You know, so now we got the breaking news of both of these players going down with league protocols. And I'm shocked we haven't heard nobody else as of right now, but I won't be shocked if during the course of the day, we get all these other names popping up. That's tough. Mac McClung would be nice to see. Absolutely. He's been balling in the G League. If y'all haven't been paying attention, this guy's balling. He's averaging over 20 points per game, very efficiently, man, and they're winning. The South Bay Lakers are winning. So he said, both what I miss. Tony P. Basically, we lost 2 more players to COVID safety protocols. Russell Westbrook, Avery Bradley, and we are also signing Isaiah Thomas. And another, I'm sure they're going to sign another name now. I'm waiting to hear the news. That way I don't have to make separate videos. I'm here live with you guys probably till we hear another name. But golden opportunity for IT, man. Can't take that for granted. You know, Lakers, hopefully they give him major minutes now. He said Lance and Jamal Crawford balling for the Lakers. Imagine that, Kevin. That would be nice. I would love to see Jamal Crawford in the league again. Definitely. Malik Monk gave the team, he said, what? COVID on the plane when he traveled with the team? You think so, bro? We're not going to sit here and point fingers. That's not, you know, the bottom line is it's unfortunate that it's happening, but some of this stuff is inevitable. The way the league is proceeding. Pelicans did Isaiah Thomas dirty. Nah, the Celtics really did Isaiah Thomas dirty. He said more players have it now in the than in the bubble year. I know, this is nuts. And in the bubble year, we shut down. So I do expect the NBA to come out and make an announcement, and I will be live when it happens. Something's got to give, whether they pause the season for a couple of weeks till everybody gets right and comes back and resets, or they go into the bubble, or they eliminate the fans from the stadium, I don't know. Something has to give. Out of those 3 options, to me, what I would do if I was the commissioner is, number 1, I would pause the season. All right, give it 2 weeks rest, at least. I know it's going to affect his pockets. It affects everyone's pockets who's involved in this. But, you know, bottom line is player safety and their family first, man. Number 1. Thing number 2 I would do if I'm the commissioner, when they come back, I would remove fans, at least from the front rows. Push them back. Yes, everybody's vaccinated, all that good stuff, but you still got to be safe. Push them back. You know, if you want to have fans in the arena, that's number 2 thing I would do. And then worst case scenario, the third option would be the bubble. Yes, I'm pro bubble, guys. I thought we had some of the best competition in that bubble that season. Some might argue, like I said, that those playoffs were even more exciting than last year's playoffs. I could be biased. I'm a Laker fan. But listen, they just gotta stay safe, man. That's at the end of the day, we want these players to be safe. How devastating would it be if we lost another life to this horrible disease, man? It would be horrible. We don't want that. That's the number 1 thing. Everybody would be lamenting. The commissioner would be smacking himself in the face if that happens. So we got to be smart. He said, hey, Dan, the Lakers should sign you to play alongside LeBron James. Man, right now I'm in the worst shape of my life. All right, after my girl got sick and then I got sick shortly after. I stopped going to the gym for obvious reasons to keep everybody safe. But I gotta get back on my grind. I will. But man, it would be a dream come true for anybody who gets that opportunity. I know Isaiah Thomas is. Yeah, I know he has butterflies going through his stomach right now. Just the mere fact that he gets to play in a great arena again, the greatest arena. He said COVID, Delta, uh, Omicron, or whatever it's pronounced. He said this virus ain't going nowhere. It's here to stay, even if 100% if the country is fully jabbed. I do agree with that. I really don't think we at this point we can do anything to. I think life as we know it, and pivoting to another subject, guys. And this is sad for me to say this because I'm not a quitter and I don't give up hope or nothing. But I think life as we once knew it before 2020 will never be the same again. I think after this virus hit, America will always be uh, in a way divided because everybody's going to be afraid of getting sick. I think this is we've reached a new all-time low as far as I mean the economy is at its worst. The racism topic is not going to get better because the country's still ridiculously low IQ and uneducated folks out here still being racist. And now we have this virus that's dividing and conquering all of the world right now. So I hate to say it, man, but I hope to be proven wrong, and I hope eventually we go back to previously, 20 before pre 2020. That would be nice because I miss that lifestyle before we had to wear all the masks and get all these vaccines and stay away and keep your distance and social all this crap, right? I miss those days already. Like I'm such a people's person, and this has been the most distant I've been from people in my life. Like even now, I still hang out with my friends once in a while and visit my family once in a while and all this. But this has been the most distant by default. And this is what I think. What happens is over time, it becomes a new norm. And I think people are gonna get so used to being socially distant that it'll never go back to the same thing. I don't know. Hopefully, I'm wrong. But yeah, I'm starting to become a pessimist on this whole situation, man. They talk about we're getting it under control, and then they prematurely, lower all their mandatory stuff, and then boom, comes back with a vengeance. Hate it. I hate it. I'm sick of this, man. Who in the chat isn't sick of this virus already? We should have had like 20 stimulus checks by now. Like, who's not sick of this virus, bro? My boy Ali said Westbrook is out, so will IT replace him? Probably. We'll get some minutes off the bench. I'm not sure if he'll replace him. At this point, I would start Rondo. I mean, he has more experience. He knows the team better. And then I would have Austin Reeves as well. My boy said, this is all biblical, brother. You're right. Ayala, you're right, bro. You're right. And I'm not super religious, but I believe in Jesus Christ for sure. I believe in the Bible. I believe in the Lord, man. So I absolutely agree that this could be a sign of the times, bro. He said we should have ended the COVID virus 2 years ago. Problem is that everybody's finger pointing. Everybody's finger pointing. Oh, this is working. This isn't working. These people are vaccinated. These people are not vaccinated. Instead of finger pointing, how about we all focus on how we can better life for ourselves? That way we can help the rest. Because while everybody's finger pointing, you might be doing something that's not good for anybody's health, right? So instead of finger pointing, how about we look in the mirror and we say, what can I do better to help end this whole situation, right? That's all I can say about that, man. I'm tired of people blaming each other and turning on each other over dumb, silly topics. Like, check this out. The irony in this whole situation, all these players are vaccinated, yet they're still getting COVID, right? And you got Kyrie who's not vaccinated, and you haven't heard a single thing about him. And I'm not saying that he's not liable to get it, but the point is everybody was hating on this guy. And I said, let him make his decisions, whatever that is for him and his family. Maybe it's working out for him better than the people getting vaccinated. So at the end of the day, everybody has to look in the mirror and just say, I'm doing what's best for me and my family. And that's it. And that's the end of the story. He said, the problem is they made the virus political. Exactly. That is a problem. That is definitely a problem. He said, can you believe people on Twitter happy Laker players are going into protocol? Sick world. That just shows you how much hate they have for us, man. The hate, and hate isn't healthy. Let me tell you why hate is not healthy. because people that hate others in the world never progress or advance or become the best version of themselves. You know why? Because you're wasting your energy on others instead of focusing on your own life. Vice versa, people that are positive and spread joy and cheer and are happy and loving and kind are the most beloved people. Everybody wants to surround themselves with them. They're maximizing their potential and they're focusing all their positivity, or in Naruto terms, all their chakra into something positive, right? And they're making the best out of themselves. So that's all I gotta say, man. This is why hate isn't good. And people always ask me, Dan, you look like a fighter. Would you ever consider? I was like, no, it's all about love for me, man. I've got into fights by default to defend myself. And when I knocked them folks out, I didn't feel good about myself. I felt bad. I even helped them up. Like, fighting isn't good for me, right? Everybody has this dark side. Fighting breaks out my dark side. I don't like it. So, yeah, I'd rather not. He said Lakers are the most hated team in the NBA because man, you could literally put anything right after that sentence, right? Because there's literally no reason we should be hated, but it's because of our success. They hate us because they ain't us. It's a jealous trait, Cain and Abel, whatever you want to make the analogy to. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. It's jealousy, and jealousy is just an ugly, ugly trait. You know, it's a horrible trait. He said, what? So all rich people are all positive and nice? I didn't say that. Stop it. I'm not rich. I'm not rich, and I try to be positive and nice. I do my best. I'm not always nice. Clipper fan comes on, you'll see my mean side. But I'm not professing perfection. To nobody's perfect. But I will say it'd be nice to have some compassion for your next door neighbor. It'd be nice to have some compassion for a stranger, right? Just the other night, it broke my heart because I see it was raining so hard, and I see this homeless person walking, trying to look for shelter, and I'm like, damn, I reach into my wallet, and I make such a horrible habit of not carrying cash, right? I usually, everything's through debit card now or through the phone. And so I felt horrible because I wanted to give him some money and I couldn't. I'm like, so he could hopefully get enough to get some shelter or something, get a meal, right? If the world could just be a little more compassionate and stop and realize that the whole world doesn't revolve around you sometimes, right? It can revolve around you sometimes. My birthday's in a couple of days. The world's going to revolve around me for me on that day. But after that, I go back to being my selfless self, and or at least I try. And if we can all just do that and help the next person, man, have a little compassion, we'd be so much better off. Trust me. And it's real. The karma is real, because when you throw off positivity, it comes back 10 times better to you, man. And when you throw off love and kindness and you help somebody, anything, I find that it comes back like that, like a finger snap, and just blesses you times 10. And as long as you do it out of the pureness and kindness of your heart and not expecting nothing in return. You guys ever did something like that? You guys ever did something out of the kindness and pureness of your heart, not expect nothing in return? It feels so amazing, doesn't it? It becomes an addiction. So is the Lakers Dan, not Dr. Dan? My guy's out here tripping on me. I went on too long about this, but all right. He said, Dan, do you think we sign anyone else? I do. And the more names that continue to pop up, the better chances of that happening, right? Yep. So the more people continue to come out with the safety protocols, measures, and all these 10-day safety protocols are going to have to go through, the more chance of other players getting signed for sure. But so far, check this out. According to Woj, 63 NBA players have entered NBA COVID protocols this season, including 47 in December. That's the highest count we've had. And 2 head coaches, Indiana's Rick Carlisle and Sacramento's Alvin Gentry, and 1 top team executive, Toronto's Masai Ujiri, are also all in protocols. So it's getting worse, and there has to be a solution. What that is, I have no clue. No clue what the solution will be. I see a lot of G League players playing this season. That is the only, again, if you want to see a silver lining, is that these guys are going to get, an opportunity. And everything happens for a reason. It's a God-given opportunity. They're going to have it. But yes, bubble part 2 could definitely happen. I mean, think about it. We stopped the season for like 3-4 players that got sick the last couple of years. And so now it's like, 60 something. Yeah, it's bad, Kevin. Yeah, Avery Bradley's out, and so is um, Russell Westbrook. Unfortunately, that's tough, right? I know that is really tough, really, really tough, Laker Nation. But it's not just the Lakers; other teams around the league going through this as well. Man, wish them the best. You always want to face anybody at their best, yeah, and more so, more importantly, but putting basketball to the side is all about health, man. Health first. Health first. When people don't understand, if you can't get rid of COVID, is they just stay like the flu, just like the common cold vaccines only keep you from hospitalizations. This is a wicked world. That's a fact. That is a fact. Dan, do you think our guys will be motivated enough to do bubble part two? It already seems like it's taking them a while to get it going as it is. Listen, when money is involved, right? When money is involved and it's either you do that or you don't get paid because of the TV broadcast deals, then forget about motivation. It's just you got to do what you got to do to survive, man. To get your bread, get your paper, get your money. Now, it is optional. I don't think the bubble will be mandatory. I think it'll be optional, but I think most players will partake because anybody who has ever played basketball knows if there's an option between basketball or no basketball, I'm taking basketball 9 times out of 10, man. I'm sorry, 10 times out of 10. Booster shot. He said, "Oh man, didn't know Bill had it too." Yep, Bill McDonald as well. All bad. It's all bad right now. It's all bad right now. It's all bad, Laker Nation. And like I said, the players are being retested, so that only means that we might have more names coming out, right? That's what that truly means. There's gonna be more names coming out, most likely. Remember, they were all hugging and everything last night. If Russell Westbrook and like, what are the odds that these other players didn't catch anything, right? He said, Dan, Shandy Brown and Huff about to get minutes. Hope they ball TF out. Yes, me too, man. I hope they get minutes. That's what I hope. They might not get the minutes still. Just hopped on, Johnny. Well, just a quick update, man. Avery Bradley, Russell Westbrook out. Safety COVID protocols. Isaiah Thomas, 10-day contract in. So that's the good news. But more names might pop up real soon, man. More names might pop out real soon. We'll see what happens moving forward. But yeah, this is very unsettling. I just hope that they get this under control quickly because yeah, they got to get it under control, man, for sure. All right, here goes. So, Dave McMenamin is reporting that Bradley and Westbrook did not accompany the Lakers on their team flight from Dallas to Minneapolis on Thursday. So that is kind of good news, right? Because yeah, those guys went and they went in with the safety protocol. So I guess it may just end there. Hopefully it does. But still, man, that's 5 key pieces to our rotation out. So we got to sink or swim, I guess. But yeah, this is a golden opportunity for whoever gets those minutes. I hope IT gets major minutes now with this news for sure. But yeah, prayers up to those players. Hopefully they get that speedy recovery and their families stay away from harm and they self-isolate or whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes. He said, just pray and keep the hope. He said, maybe you never know with Vogel. He said, I would not be surprised if Huff and Brown get DNPs. Me too, Kevin. I thought they were going to get played yesterday, but no show for Rondo either. So tough, right? More minutes for Reeves. There's some positivity. All right, Reels. I love it. I love it. Absolutely more minutes for Reeves. Matter of fact, he should get the start. with Avery Bradley out, he should definitely get the start. And Russell Westbrook out as well. So for surely more minutes for Reeves. And after that game winner, think about this. He just had a career game, the previous game, 13 points. And he topped that with 15, including a buzzer beater. His confidence is about to be sky high. But again, my favorite thing from him is his defense, for sure. For surely, his defense is just super impressive, man. Super impressive. But yeah, there's no better time for them G League players to get the call-ups. Who you guys want to see from the G League get signed? You got Austin Reeves. You got well, obviously Shani Brown and the Huffman kid. But who else would you guys like to see get a chance? Maybe some unrestricted free agents. I don't know. Rondo should definitely start, in my opinion. Yes, along with Austin Reeves at shooting guard. That's my starting lineup adjustments. He said, I was watching Scorpion back to my movie later. Oh my, Scorpion King or what Scorpion, bro? Yo, Michael Beasley would be nice. Michael Beasley, nah, I'll pass on Michael Beasley, man. Can we get Joe Johnson? That would be nice. I wouldn't mind him. Crawford as well, or Lance Stevenson. Yes. Sekou Demboya gets some minutes. He's not even with the team anymore, bro. Or maybe he is, right? They revoked his two-way contract. He might be with the G League affiliate squad. Scorpion King. Okay, okay. You know what I was watching before I heard of the news? I was just watching the recaps to the Spider-Man movies, like the little ending scenes to each one, because it's been so many years you forget, and people are saying, "Oh, you're gonna have to watch all the movies again to refresh your memory." I don't think so. I just watched a little clip. I don't got time for all that. But yeah, I'm ready for this new Spider-Man movie. No spoilers. uh Lance make him dance, love him. I would love Lance Stevenson again. I mean, he is something else, man. He's entertaining to say the least. Jello, ooh, there's a name I haven't heard. Yes, Jello Ball would be dope. I think he might have a golden opportunity somewhere in the league. He's shooting lights out for the G League squad. So I don't understand what it is with him that they don't give him a shot. He looked really nice in the summer league, and he's been balling out. Jello would be dope, man. Trevelin Queen, also a guy I liked in summer league. Yes, absolutely. And I liked him in preseason as well. I'm shocked that he didn't get another look because he really balled out. And he plays defense too, so I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, Trev, I think it's because he's 26, right? My boy said, Dan, open up the phones. OKC has to make trades to trades. They're under the cap, 20 mil, Shy and Favors and a pick for Westbrook. That's not going to happen, Jake. I will open up the phones tomorrow's phone call Friday, though, but I don't have it set up right now. So I have to set up the app and test call and all that stuff before I even get online. So there's work behind the scenes that goes into this channel. Don't think I just click the live stream button and go live. I always got to do my my pre-work, man. So yeah, I didn't set up the phone right now, so I can't just turn on the app. It doesn't work like that. Got to make sure the mic is good and all that stuff, like I said. But I will, again, phone call Fridays is tomorrow. So make sure if you guys want to call in, I'm going to try to limit the callers to maybe a minute or two max. If there's a really good caller, I'll let them speak a little bit longer. But in general, I'll just try to limit the callers to get most of you guys in because, man, there's thousands of calls that I be zipping through the app after I'm done. And, man, I miss so many calls and text messages that I don't even get to read. From everybody trying to get in on the line. So it's a beautiful thing. At the same time, I want to give more guys opportunity to talk. And it's random. It's not like I can pick and choose who I answer. It's just whatever call gets through first. That's the one that I answer. So that's the way it works. Do the Lakers have one more hard cap exemption for another free agent? I believe they do because we just lost two players today. So I believe we already locked up IT for 10 days. I think we have one more at least. My boy Pedro, my boy said, Dan, sell some merch in the future, my guy. There's some cool outlinings and ideas I have. But like I said, if I'm selling merch, I would not sell you guys something I wouldn't wear. So I got to make sure it's grade A, Laker related, like top notch. That would be cool. That's a cool idea, Pedro. I've been working on it for years. I think my number is when I get to, I'm gonna go with Kobe, man. I'm gonna go with a 24K. I get to 24K and I'll probably start dropping merch for sure. So, but it has to be Laker related. It has to be really dope, man. Really awesome. Hey, Dan, will you do more live commentary during the games? I will, Rob. I definitely will. Most likely in the new year, though, because Christmas coming around the corner, man. I've been really busy with getting everything set for the holidays and getting my family here and all that stuff settled in. So, yeah, I will probably do that. Next year I will do some more live reaction commentary with you guys. You guys loved it, and we definitely got the subscriptions up, so we do that for sure. He said DTLF, it's going to be a Lakers G League players versus the Bulls G League players on Sunday, and that's the bummer. You always want to see the teams going at full strength and going at each other, but you got to look at the silver lining. Silver lining is a lot of players that normally wouldn't get opportunities are going to get opportunities. Isaiah Thomas being one of the main ones. So my boy Pedro said, you have a fan base, you have a platform, use it. Absolutely. But remember, Pedro, a lot of work goes into this. If you are going to start a clothing line or any sort of merch you're going to drop, you have to make sure you go in 110%. I'm not going to half-ass it and just, draw some little lines on a shirt and just try to profit off of y'all. Nah, man, I'm gonna look for the best material for the clothing. I'm gonna look for the best slogan. I'm gonna draw the coolest designs, and it's gonna be, like I said, Laker related. It's gonna be cool, man. So we got some outlinings already in the works, but still got a ways to go. I'm not even at 17K yet. So once we get to 17, and we got a couple more to go before we get to 24, and then I'll be ready. I promise you, the merch will be dope. Promise you that, Pedro. Dan, do you think Shandy Brown and Huff will get playing time? They should. And maybe this is why we won't sign an extra player, or maybe we will, to be determined. But those two players right there have potential. And I think they should get some PT. They should get a look at for sure. For sure. My boy Savage said, Dan, Baze is so ass, man. I don't know if I can watch him play minutes. Bro, this is the problem I have with him. I saw him practicing on a clip they were showing of Trevor Ariza shooting around. This man was doing he was doing turnaround jump shots from the out of bounds sideline. I'm like, why are you practicing that when this bozo's out here missing layups during games? I'm like, he should work on the fundamentals first. It really bothered me to see that, because I'm like, my goodness, he's just not taking it serious. He's not even in the rotation, and he doesn't look serious. So all bad, man. We need players that take it serious, even when they're playing garbage time. They need to give us the best foot forward, best effort, because there's guys like IT that would kill for the opportunity Bazemore has. And that's what I mean about some of these players. Like, I had nothing but respect for Bazemore when he was with the Warriors. He played really hard, even when he was with the Atlanta Hawks. But then he comes to the Lakers and he's goofing off. I'm like, come on, man. What's up with Los Angeles, where some players just take their foot off the gas? Is it all the distractions and the limelight, or what? I don't know. He said, Dan, Bay's shot last night was a wide open missed layup. And I'm rooting for the kid. It's not even like I want to trash him or make fun of him. He's a Laker, so I'm rooting for him. I'll leave that for the trolls. But it gets really annoying to see him, on Twitter out here doing stuff on the side, and he's not working on his game to help the Lakers. I mean, the guy got a golden opportunity. He got to start the season. The first 8 games or so he was starting. How you go from that to falling completely out of the rotation to just making jokes about everything? Like, come on, man. Come on. If Thomas ball, that means Bazemore is going to get cut. You know what, Marvin? I don't put anything past the front office. They're going to give whoever, like I said, gives their best foot forward the opportunity. If that's Isaiah Thomas, so be it. I'm all for it, man. I'm here for it. But anyways, guys, I'm going to keep my ear close to the ground. If anything else breaks worth reporting, I'll be here before tomorrow's pregame as soon as it happens, as long as I'm here home in the moment. But thank you guys so much, man. So much for tuning in. And Damas strikes again. Isaiah Thomas, man. I felt like preseason we could sign him. People thought I was crazy because he doesn't fit. But I said, listen, Genie Bus has a golden heart. I'm glad that that's on display at all times, because IT gets a golden opportunity here to display his skill set. And like I said, if it doesn't work out for us, maybe some other team will pick him up. It's a huge, huge favor they're doing Isaiah Thomas, man, and he deserves every single bit of it. Anyways, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. If I don't see you guys here today or anytime soon, if anything else breaks worth reporting, then I'll see you guys tomorrow, Phone Call Friday, and all that good stuff. Stay safe, guys. Do whatever it takes to protect you and your family, man. Much love. I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Peace out.